back for the fourth and final time of this segment on deciding who should be a stay-at-home parent. The first one we did with finances, the second one who's mentally capable, the third one is who will make a great stay-at-home parent in regard to teaching, keeping the household clean and so forth. And today for the big number 4 is patience. Any parent, anybody who's been around kids know you need patience to stay at home all day with kids. Kids know how to push your button. Patience just basically means the ability to tolerate suffering or trouble without getting angry, upset, or snapping, or any of those things that you want to put in that plate. And kids know how to keep poking you until you can't take it no more. So if you're deciding that you want to be the stay-at-home parent, keep in mind you need a lot of patience. The first couple months with a newborn is gonna be tough. For the mom, for the dad, I don't care, it's gonna be tough. Baby screaming non-stop and you can't figure out why, they can't tell you why, they can't talk. Nighttime is gonna be hectic. Every 2 hours you gotta wake up, get the kid to feed, change their pampers, burp them, try to rock them back to sleep, and you are gonna be a zombie. Especially if the dad is working, or because this is what usually happens the first couple months for the mom to recover from giving birth. So the dad usually be working while the mom stays home for that first little period until you decide if you want to switch it over or whatever. But moms tend to take it out a lot on the dad in these time frames because it's hard. And if the dad can't keep up with waking up with them every 2 hours to go and help with the child at night, and then the mom gonna get up and continue it all day long, then you tend to find the mom losing their patience very quickly and so forth. So it's very important for in the early stage that both parents work together to make things a little bit easier. For me, in that early stage, I used to make sure get up because we did the bottle feeding even in the early stage. So during the night I would get up every 2 hours, do the feeding, and then when I go to work, I'm usually exhausted, but when I come home, my wife rests all night, most of the night, so pretty much when I come home, I go to bed early, so I can still wake up and deal with that 2 hours interval. And that's what worked for me. I'm not saying it'll work for you, but the two of you gotta find a way to make it work, to make the workload easier for tending to your newborn. When you get past that stage and they start sleeping through the night, and then they start walking and crawling and screaming, yeah, it doesn't end after newborn. They start running around, screaming, pulling things down, throwing tantrum in public, throwing tantrum at home. The list goes on. Then you got what really drives my pistons is you're making them breakfast and they'll just be screaming, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. And then you make breakfast. And you make the best breakfast in the world. And it's so good. You make them eggs, hot dogs, you give them fruits, bananas, strawberries, whatever. You can go all out. And then they take one bite and they go, I don't want no more, I'm full. Some parents, you can see steam blow from their head. It happened to me sometimes. But all this is where patients play a very important, vital role in being a stay-at-home parent. Because kids know how to push your button and they're just going to keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And just when you're about to snap, they give you the, I love you mommy, I love you papa, and they take off running. And they know how to do it well. So this is a very important thing for children to be a stay-at-home parent, is that you have to have patience. Your tolerance level must be up there. in staying home and dealing with kids. Another tip that I use with my kid is I always tend to keep track of where my emotion is. Like, if I know I didn't sleep well and I'm having a bad morning and they come and they're being kid. So if I see that I'm getting frustrated, I will try my best. It doesn't always happen. Nobody's perfect. So if you're a parent who find you keep napping, you're not alone. But you just gotta find ways to make it work for you. What I'll do is either mentally or physically, I'll try to leave the situation. So like if they're screaming, I'll just try to shut my ears off, if you want to put it like that, and just take my mind somewhere else till I calm down. Then I'll come back and I'll address them, deal with them on a friendly kid level, calm them down or whatever the situation is that is at hand. And if I can't leave mentally, then I'll physically leave the room or leave the situation or put on music or something, just something to keep you occupied from, preoccupied from that situation. And then when you calm down, you come back and you deal with that situation. Because like I said in the depression video, what your kids see, they tend to take with them. So if you don't learn to react calmly to certain situations, when kids see that their parents keep getting angry and being outlash, they tend to do that when they're outside or with other kids, playing with other kids, and the situation is not going in their favor. They tend to do the same practice that they see at home. So that's just something to take into consideration before you lose your patience or anything of that nature. Another thing I do is when your tolerance level is being filled and you find that you're snapping more faster than usual. Should I use the word snapping? Yeah, we'll use the word snapping. We adult. Usually you tell your spouse or you get assistance from a relative of the family or a friend of the family, and you say, yo, could you watch my kids for a couple of days? Or could you come spend time in my house for a couple of days or just for a day so I can go and detox, if you want to put it that way. Go on a little vacation. Think of like when you're working all year and coming to the end of your full year, you start losing it on co-workers, everything is pissing you off, your boss is pissing you off, and you dream of that vacation and then you go for your 2-week vacation, you let off your steam and then you come back. Your first couple months back into work, your tolerance level is higher. You can deal with the crap at work and so forth. It's almost the same thing with your kid. If every day you're dealing with this pushing button, pushing button, pushing button, pushing button, pushing button, pushing button, after a while you're gonna want to take a break and let your self come back down to a 0 level, calm. Meditate. Yeah. Yeah. And then you come back and deal with the kid. And start doing the pushing button, pushing button, pushing button. And the cycle begins. But kids are a lot of fun. I have no regrets ever deciding to be a stay-at-home dad. I went from a workaholic to a stay-at-home, and like I said, they both have their up and down, but it's just a matter of deciding which parent will fit the stay-at-home case best, who's stronger in dealing with it, be it mentally, who have patience, and somebody will make a great teacher. So if you find my videos useful, please subscribe, hit like, give me the thumbs up, give it a thumbs up. Share it with anybody else you know who would benefit from this. And my next segment, I want to try to do something with the impact of technology or phone on family that I have seen and witnessed. In regard to with kids or with your spouse or whatever the case is. I'm going to try to make it as fun as possible so we see how it goes. So I'll see you next Tuesday. Remember to hit that subscribe button. Have a good one. Happy parenting.